I came back to like doubled in size plants, quadrupled in size weeds. I was gonna pull out these cabbages that like went to seed and everything, but they have so many aphids on them, I'm leaving them because it seems that that's where all the aphids want to be at. And I'm like, stay there and eat that plant that's done. A cabbage actually came to head while we were gone, which is wild, but the amount of aphids on it is like startlingly large. Look at how big the comfrey is. It's actually taking over so much. This under there, oh, do you guys see the lizard? That under there is actually where cucamelons are and some other stuff. So I need to cut back the comfrey so that that can grow. But there's lots of bees. That's why we keep this here. See, this is the first time I've ever had any success with cucamelons just growing in general. Lizard, you should go over and eat all those aphids, okay? This is the Cinderella pumpkin. I've got to cut back the comfrey as well so it can trellis. See, right there? It's gonna trellis. All of the onions and garlic, I'm really nervous because something's eating them. We've lost probably a quarter. But some stuff is, I think we're gonna get a harvest, just not as big as we thought. But it's all right. And there's raspberries. Thunderstorm knocked these flowers down. They just volunteered right there. But the raspberries are looking really good. Here's all the peppers that are starting to look good, but I gotta weed majorly. But yeah, the raspberries, look how many raspberries are on here. So many. I don't know what happened to this okra. Something in the bottom. Let's see, come on, something like is killing it. But this one is doing good. But they're getting drowned out by the potatoes. So I gotta figure out what to do there. There's blueberries. There's gonna be a ton of blueberries very soon. Look at these. These tomatillos have gone crazy. I'm so glad I put it in this thing this time because I'm just gonna let it go nuts. And I have 4 in here, mainly because there were volunteers and I moved them. So these were the volunteers that I transplanted. It seems to be doing okay. Okay, these are kind of sad, but they're growing. They look better than the ones at my house. The soil I got is no bueno for peppers, apparently. They're really stunted, so I'm gonna top dress them, but these are all shishitos. Actually, except one. There's a Roman sweet because I had an extra. The grapevines are going nuts. It looks like pruning them, we did okay. There's little grapes starting. They are trellising up the oak tree. Wow. So pretty. The strawberries are great, except you see these, all those blooms from devil's weed, or bindweed, whatever you want to call it. I had this thing so good and weeded before I left, and it's just taken over. Okay, I just pruned up these tomatoes. These ones are a little sad down on this end, but they're doing pretty good. And look at this. See that? Got some tomatoes, folks. So that's the terracotta triple crop. So I need to bring stuff back by and tie up some of the other parts of it, but it's looking pretty good. Okay, here's the potato bed. That is 1/4 weeds. So I need to fix that. Look at this. See all the aphids in here? I'm just leaving it because this seems where they all want to be. And Have you ever heard people talk about like they leave a plant that's being taken over so that it leaves the rest of the garden? That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, I'm just gardening in a sports bra and shorts, not just a sports bra. That would be bad. I'm so tired of farmer tan. So anyways, I just cut back this comfrey. Now I gotta go through all of that and harvest all the leaves. And here is now it exposed the cucamelons. Now you can see they're climbing up. Here is the problem. We have a little snap pea there, and it's on with the cucamelon, so I don't know. I might just leave it. Okay, I just finished that, but look, every other bed has it. Oh, jeez. Look at this tromboncino. Someday I'm gonna get that right. It's tromboncino. Someday. Squash. I still need to get a trellis for it. I don't know what happened here. I'm not quite sure. I think that there's actually 2 of them, so I think one of them's not doing that great, but I just need to get a trellis and let this meander. Okay, I got some of them done. A couple down there I did not, but for the most part it's looking pretty good. Look at this really pretty. These volunteer every year. They just spread. There's tons of volunteer flowers in here. I don't know what this is. Does anybody know what that is? It could be a weed for all I know. Okay, I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear this, but I went to pull these out because they were just kind of getting crazy. I was just gonna leave them like as a live ground cover, which I am now because listen. Do you see that? It's tons of little tiny aphid bugs. So, yeah. I had watermelons planted here and here, and they both died. So, I need to replant them. It was a strawberry watermelon. I do have some at my house, though, that are growing well. But I forgot the seeds with me, so I can't. But look at that. Those are all volunteering. Those are those ones right over there. So, this one is doing good, though. It's a cantaloupe. Then I gotta plant one on that side too, because they all died. I think I just need to like plant multiple. So last view of the garden for today. The little tiny mini garden update since getting back from a trip and being gone for a week. Okay, here it is. That just looks butchered, but of weeds everywhere. Oh, and the red pole beans are actually growing really well over there. They made it. They haven't started climbing, but they're alive. Here, I want an onion, so I pulled it, even though it could go longer. There's actually a couple that I pulled that on accident while weeding, and I pulled that on accident while weeding. It's a tiny little garlic. And then look at all of these onion scapes and garlic scapes. Most of them are garlic scapes. I'm very excited to eat those tonight. Okay, I'm taking all that comfrey and taking the leaves off and putting it in a pile. But let me tell you, with comfrey, there are two kinds. Well, at least there could be more than two kinds. But as far as leaves go, there's a prickly kind and there's a not prickly kind. Guess what kind I have? The prickly kind. Guess how many prickles I have embedded in my fingers? Quite a lot. It's like little tiny splinters. And I'm mainly harvesting the smaller leaves. They say that they're more potent, I guess. So we have so many that I'm not taking these ones at the bottom. Well, some I am, but I'm not perfectly taking like every single leaf off. One that's really hard to fit them in the dehydrator, but ouch, man, you know, it's just, they are so pokey. And yes, you're probably saying, why aren't you wearing gloves? I really don't like gloves, like at all. I feel so confined and constricted in them, so I don't. But anyways, that is what I'm doing right now. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this little garden update. I hope you have a very blessed day. Happy gardening.